Yeah, so it's June 24th, 2025. Still giving some updates when it comes to Justin Drew Bieber. Ain't Justin? All he's obsessed about is doing rituals to try and be other people. Ain't? He's trying to tell stories that his blood never even there's no association. Ain't? Just like Justin, you better clock. You better clock that T, clock it. Bad bitch on it. Bad bitch on it. Got the hoes in his feelings. Like Biz Marco. Yeah, right, Justin. Eh? And then you hear Justin, you, you gotta clock it. You're not, it's not clocking to you. You don't clock. I'm on business time. It doesn't clock. Shut up, Justin. Yo, it's so funny online, eh? Everyone's clowning that dude. Justin, that's not the way how you talk, Justin. Do yourself a favor and put the rituals away. It's over now. No, you're not a Benjamite. And you didn't come from Mars. So stop trying to colonize us, because you ain't us. You don't talk like that. Everybody knows that. That was like a direct, that whole line, but it's not clocking to you. Like, that was complete cultural appropriation. You're just a straight up culture vulture trying to clock yourself. He's ridiculous. Yo, no, for real, Justin Bieber. Like, put down the rituals. Put down the spell work. Eh? Put it down. That's not your freedom. It's not your freedom to just be walking around trying to sacrifice any black person because you want to stay in Hollywood. Life don't work like that. God doesn't like bullies, right? God don't like bullies, Justin. You better wait. You better wait. With the water, yeah. You better clock that T, clock it. Bad bitch on it. Right, Justin. Your name is not Marcos. Is your name Mark? Come on, man. Give it up, Justin. You've been playing around with spell work, man. He's a narcissist trying to live off of other people's stuff, man. You're a straight up bum. You know that? That was ridiculous. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking. So, with you saying that, what was your intention? Are you trying to say to them like, oh, it's not register. It's not registering to you. I'm working. Yeah, right, Justin. You were wearing a blue hoodie, trying to standing in front of a black Jeep. Yeah, right. That's a straight up lie, and we had enough. It's like he just wants to be seen. Anything that has to do with black people, he's trying to like jump ahead, and he's trying to do spell work and rituals on random black people. Justin, you ain't shit. You know that? Even God knows that he's full of bull and lies, eh? Jesus knows you're a bad attachment that never knew anything. Okay, thank you. Eh? You're a bad attachment that never knew life, Justin. He doesn't know Bible, and he doesn't know the people of the Bible. And then when it comes to biblical interpretations, he just doesn't know. That's the issue. He doesn't know us. Eh? You're just trying to mirror off of anything that was you're trying to mirror off of anything that was black. You know what I mean? He keeps on trying to pay people for information. You're not it, Justin. When it comes to God and bloodlines and interpretations, things like that, it's it's just in someone's blood. You can't mimic it or copy it. It's just someone's. It's what's up. What is that? That person is from the tribe of the Benjamins, right? The Benjamites. So how do they communicate what is their purpose. And each and every single individual out of that tribe, they all serve a different purpose, Justin. So knowing that, what the hell are you talking about? You can't connect to me, Justin. You can't connect to certain black people because it's not your. God didn't ordain you to be walking around trying to be other type of black people. God didn't ordain that, eh? Or because you literally, He wants to materially harvest off of other people's stuff. This is about the world. There's millions and millions of people in this world, Justin. You can't have it all and you can't be everything. You have serious addictions, you have mental health issues, and it's my duty to claim back what was stolen from you because God forgave my life. And you, as a racist, like, you need to accept that. You hear me? God forgave black people. So I don't know about this old ritualistic bullshit that you're trying to still project. You understand me? And I know exactly the person that you did spell work on. You did spell work on my baby father, and I hope you go to jail for that, Justin. You're too impoverished in your mentality. You know that? Why don't you do yourself a favor and stay in your lane? Because you're not us. You'll never be us. God never wanted you to be us. He never, ever, ever wanted black people to be anybody else but themselves. That's the whole point of bloodlines, Justin. You're just abusing the tarot community, Justin. Hanging around America talking about walking around watching black people, like, who can I sacrifice now? Oh, let me sacrifice that person. Let me sacrifice that. No, no, bloodline only. You're tampering too much. You're trying to use other people's energy, Justin. You're doing way too much energy work, way too much. And it ain't got nothing to do with you. You're a parasite, you know that? Detach yourself from me and my family and anyone I'm attached to. Do you hear me? Stop using us for Hollywood. Knowing that you're trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper. You're trying to like break it down in regards to what type of Jews without even claiming your own self. That's how stupid you are. Nobody should have respect for you. Get out of our fields, Justin. You're not connected to Mars, Justin. Get out of black people's pain. Get out of it. It was never your story, you know? And you know what? I heard him yesterday in the spirit. You know what Justin was saying? He's saying, oh, I got to get rid of that girl. And then the other lady said, why? Oh, because she wants to be the only one. What are you talking about? You've been posted up in Hollywood for the last like 10 years, Justin, or more. At the end of the day, you're the only person. You're the person that wants to be the only one in Hollywood. You're the one who wants to walk around like a friggin' shape-shifting parasitic beast, trying to walk around in other people's energy. You're trying to be what? You're trying to be what? 38 different types of Jews in this reality? Do you know how delusional that is? That's some real plagiarizing. You know that, right? It really is, man. And it's so obvious, like, it's so obvious that Justin Bieber is doing magic on people because, for example, that video he posted about, it's not clocking to you. It's not clocking. Like, that is direct evidence of spell work. It's not clocking to you. That's not how you communicate. You're not invincible, Justin. You're trying to weave these stories. It's not even relevant. This is narcissistic abuse because you are lying, Justin. You're just some monitoring trash ass junkie. You want to copy my ideas and my concepts and sacrifice us as a whole. We're Jamaican Jews. All because you ain't us. Get out of here, clown. Get out of here. He doesn't. No, 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 no. Justin Bieber is from the tribe of Gad. And the people from the tribe of Gad, they have, their bloodline is completely different from black Jews. You understand me? Go fix your gray issues, Justin Bieber. Stop lying. You're trying to get sympathy. For what? Because you're paying for rituals? People see it. He's so, like, pathetic. He is born of a particular kind of sin, a very low vibrational energy, and a very wicked. You were born to be wicked, Justin Bieber. You will never be a good person. Never. You're not even good to the general public, Justin. And you think you're invincible, you're not. You're not. So just make it clear with this video about, it's not talking to you. That's communication that comes from, like, Mars. Justin is from the tribe of Gad. He doesn't have those aspects to him. That's not his essence. They're spell workers. Make it very, very clear, okay? Give it up, Justin. Give up the rituals, man. You sound like an idiot. Eh? He sounds like an idiot, man. He's not smart. That's the issue with Justin. And it's all catching up to him now because most people are clowning him online. You understanding me? Because he sounds so stupid. The spell work that he's using is so stupid. You understand me? It is. People know when people are lying. People know when they're talking to covert narcissists. People like Justin, he doesn't show his true face right away, you know? And it's like he's a dummy too, because you can tell he's trying to, like, do you notice he switched it up, like, within the last 2 days, trying to, like, blame Benny for what? It's like he's trying to, is based off of, because his name is Benny, like Benny from New York. You understand me? Justin, you're a fool. Get out of here. He's not even serving. You're not serving any purpose. You're serving hatred and you're serving racism, and you want people to feel sorry for you for that? You're dumb. You know what I mean? And he's trying to imply as if, like, he's above other people. He's really not. You're doing rituals. You're not above other people, Justin. You never were. If that's how you feel, take that to Jesus, because God will correct your dumb ass. The difference between, when you look at it, is the difference between reflecting and copying off a person. You understand me? But there's another issue out of not knowing tribes. You don't know people. You're just doing ritual. You're just trying to pick up on anything and just say anything. Oh, okay, so if you did a ritual on Thursday, okay, so what was that person's communication? Oh, that's what they said? Okay, well, I'll use that for social media content. That's not your spiritual work, Justin. You obviously ran out of ideas, and you're jealous because I'm a starseed. You want to sit around and try and tap into other people's gifts. Trying to fight our energy. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. When it comes down to it, when it comes to the Benjamites, it's about other people's spiritual rights. Do you hear me? It's about the spiritual rights out of a Benjamite. You cannot claim that blood. You don't know us. You can only reflect off of what you know. You don't know us, Justin. You can't reflect off of us. You can't copy us. Can you imagine, like, Justin is so delusional to the point where he doesn't know Jewish people. He doesn't know us. Even from Canada, he doesn't know us. He left Canada at the age of 10 years old. Okay? So you're telling a story that never even existed. Eh? He's just walking around trying to hunt for anything because he's stupid. He doesn't know. He's not educated. You're not. You're a thief and you don't belong. And all that crap, there was barely any crap when it came to Justin, because I said from the day he was born up to age 10, he came to California at age 10. So knowing that's a fact, Justin, who the hell you trying to hate from Canada? Who? When you weren't even there. You don't know us. You don't belong. You never belonged out of Canada. Oh, this imaginary competition. Get over yourself, Justin. That's why I'm telling you, man, yo, it's nothing but crashing and burning at this point, man. He's emotionally immature. That's his issue. You're just a person that wants to bind yourself to other people's energy. You don't know how to hold your own because you refuse to acknowledge the fact that you are a Turkish Jew. Why didn't you present yourself as a Turkish Jew to Hollywood, Justin? Why didn't you do that from the beginning? Instead of um, trying to find other black Jews and harass us. Why didn't you tell the world that you're a Turkish Jew? Using my work. You're definitely, when it comes to the world, you are definitely not a reflection of world energy, especially your face. There are many faces. You don't represent a black Jew as a whole. You don't even have melanin. Do you have woolly hair, Justin? No. Do you have a black nose? No. Do you have a black body? You don't. You are not black, and you're not a black Jew. When it comes to money, when it comes to certain transits and certain money, that doesn't belong to you, Justin. That's not your money. So they're trying to be an energy vampire and then lie. Oh, I'm this and I'm that. No, you're not. You're not a Benjamite. You're not a black German Jew. You're not a black Jamaican Jew. You're not an African Jew. You're not. You're a white European Turk. You're from Turkey. Any type of interpretation should have been coming out of where your ancestors are from, which is Turkey and Greece, Justin. And then he made this big lie about, oh, I'm royalty. If you are from a royal lineage, explain yourself. Knowing you've been saying that, you've been making that claim for the last 10 years, and it's all a lie. You've never. From whose ancestors did you descend from, Justin? Who? Nothing, because you're a liar. You can't explain. Justin would wait for me to say something for him to copy it. You understand me? That's how stupid this kid is. You're not from my lineage. My inheritance, my royal lineage inheritance, that's from my lineage. You're not from my lineage. So it's nothing like that's passed down to you. You're delusional and stupid. Yeah, man. Especially, like, I know for a fact Justin is not from my lineage because he comes from a lineage of drug addicts and people who have addictions and sex addiction. We're not, my lineage, we're not drug addicts. We don't smoke drugs or anything like that. I'm from a royal lineage. We don't do those things, Justin. Because, like, we do healing work. We've been doing it for decades. Do you understand me? So there's no way possible you could ever claim yourself to be a part of my bloodline. Do you understand? Just because it's Hollywood, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. I'm not connected to Justin. He's just obsessed with the fact that, in the Bible, it talks about time. You understand me? And the Bible talks about the whole point was, God wanted us to acknowledge who we are as Jews. As time progresses, we should know, we should be connecting. You understand me? But it doesn't necessarily, we don't have the same purposes. That's what Justin Bieber needs to understand. We didn't come from the same timeline, obviously. Especially, Justin, you keep on projecting out this racism towards me. So it just proves your stance when it comes to Judaism, Justin. You were never for it. So why you trying to be it? Huh? Oh, because you were down and out back in the day and you couldn't survive, and oh, you think that everything. He's mad because the Bible was all about us. It was. It still is. It's still a black book. You should have had some respect. You're a parasite. I keep telling you all the time. You need to be transparent because God was just giving you a chance. God was giving you a chance to get it right in this reality, Justin, and you still got it wrong. God didn't mean racism. That's when you're wrong. And you know what I know for a fact, Justin Bieber is so uneducated because it's 2025 now. It's June 2025 and they still never changed. He's still stupid. He's still uneducated. He's still a narcissist. He's still stalking black people. He's still obsessed with black Jews like me. You understand me? That's when you know. He's all about war. He doesn't want peace. It's all about hatred, racism. He wants to carry on people's personas, carry people's energy. You know what I mean? Because he wants to be us. Can you imagine you're in Hollywood and that's all you've been talking about all along? How much you want to be a black person? You're dumb. Guys, that's not something to respect. And that just proves even more like he has no creativity. You're just doing rituals on people. You're not creative. You're not intelligent. You're not. You're making videos about me because I'm the star, Justin. I'm the true star. It's not you. If you didn't have proper messages out of your own lineage to talk about, and you don't even do your own healing work, you're not a star. You've been gaslighting people for way too long on social media. You know that, right? I heard him in the spirit. He said, "Oh, yeah, she's the original black Jew, and she wants everything to be about her." I heard you. Get the facts straight. It's about you and your selfishness. It's about you and your inability to actually respect God and respect that other Jews exist and others. When it comes to the wheel of fortune, the wheel. Spell wheel, Justin. Spell it. Do you even know how to read and write? Spell wheel. Wheel. And you know what's? Guess which word is in the word wheel? Heel. Heel, Justin. He's so pathetic, eh? All this imaginary competition. It's the fact that, like, okay, people have to accept the fact that you're just a demonic attachment and you never knew what you were talking about from day one. It's all a lie. You understand me? It was all psychological. All your gossip about me, all your smear campaigns, Justin. All he likes to do is talk about other people behind their backs, right? That's all you like to do. And why? Because you're insecure, you're a manipulator, and you're a gaslighter. And you're trying to project your own shame onto other people. It's all, you know what? It's all that fake empathy, right? He only wants things that would benefit his image. But you don't make any sense. It's all confusion. You're so arrogant. You understand me? Your entitlement, Justin, your fake claims of superiority, it's all fading away. You know that? You're not better than other people. That's the issue. People just filling up your brain with a whole bunch of foolishness, making you believe that. But at the end of the day, you don't know anything. You know what rituals are, right? But you don't know life. You don't know God. You don't know other people. There was never any type of connection. That's why you stalk and you harass and you target people, because you never had connections. He's just a shadow in the corner, perking, lurking, and stalking people. You understand me? He's just mad right now because he stalks me all the time. Because he stalks me. So where I'm actually residing right now, you know, he's because he's stalking me and he's doing rituals on me, he's picking up on it. Right? You understand me? So do you notice the switch up online? Yeah. That's because I'm in this particular area. So this is about my journey and he wants to be online to talk about it. That's the issue right now. He's trying to like tell the story of my baby father. Don't you see how crazy you are, Justin? You know? He's crazy. He's completely crazy. He doesn't know anything. That's all it is. Is it the mask? You gotta take that shit off now. Take it off. He just keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And you know for a fact you're just stocking the energy over and over and over and over. You wouldn't stay out the energy, will you, Justin? You want other people to maintain your lifestyle? Psh, while you're hating on me, right? And you're being fake over and over and over and over again, right? And you know what's even more messed up, Justin? Like every video, every shape shifting video you create, like that's just evidence, Justin. That's evidence on how much you stalk my life. You know that? Ridiculous. He's not smart. It bothers me how he's just so uneducated. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's ever even taken any type of Jewish classes. I don't think so. He doesn't know. He needs to go sit down and learn about Jewish law and have some respect for people. That's one thing he needs to learn. How about get out of Hollywood, Justin, and go learn. Go learn something proper. I can't help you, Justin. You want to colonize people like me because we're from Mars? We can't help you. Mars can't help you. All you represent is old shit. You ain't no new shit. You hear me? And then knowing for a fact that you're doing ritual off of something that's fucking old. In 2025, you ain't nothing new. You'll never be anything new. I've already accepted the fact that you hate people. That's the truth. God can't help you. You hate God's people, Justin. God can't help you. God can't forgive you. If you didn't care about nothing, you don't have remorse for other Jews, God can't help you. You're not apologetic when it comes to other Jewish people, God cannot help you. You want to talk about the whole argument is about how he wants black Jewish Akashic. Go do a blood test, and we all know for a fact you ain't a black Jew. And just that, keep it simple, Justin, because you're stupid. You understand me? Black, if you're not a black Jew, you'll never have black Akashic records. You're a liar. He thinks, come on, we're talking about like years and years, like decades of, people doing ancestral work, people doing their interpretations and everything. And this clown kid's walking around thinking that, well, that's my life. No, it never was. It never was. You're a spiritual hater, and your social media crap is all played out already. Stop digging for my dirt, and stop trying to get to my information, and stop trying to get to someone's system or their network, Justin. Stop trying to force your way, Justin. You're very, very jealous of me, and you want to force it. You're very, very low vibrational spiritual hater. That's all you are. I'm sick and tired of you fucking stalking my life. I keep saying it. I'm so annoyed at him. Like, I keep saying it. When it comes to Justin, like, you're in violation of universal law, because when it comes to universal law, like, the personality and the person, it has to be present. You understand me? You refuse to acknowledge the fact that I said it before, you are not connected to us. You're missing a lot of elements, Justin. And everyone sees for a fact that you've been behaving very strange. Because you're bankrupt, that's why. And you don't know how to self-reflect. It's clear as day. So please do yourself a favor and walk away. Because you're useless. You have no creativity. You're just completely useless. You're not the future. You never will be. And you've already proven it, because it's June 2025 and you're doing ritual off of an old story, off of an old Jew. You're not smart. You're so mad because, like, Queen Elizabeth conquered those Turkish people. You hear me? Queen Elizabeth defeated them many, many decades ago, and that's what you're mad about. Because Queen Elizabeth knew for a fact you guys were fake Jews. That's why you couldn't win with the Queen, Justin. So how could you ever call yourself to be of royal lineage? There's no way possible. None. The Turks out of Canada, that was low governance. You know that, right? Just sitting around being malicious, just posting all my information on public display like this. Mm-hmm. Putting on this fake ass mask in Hollywood. I'm trying to tell my story. I don't need you over there trying to tell my story for me, Justin. I can tell my own story with my own face, in my own lip, not yours. Well, it's not clocking to you. Shut up. Shut up. That was straight up culture vulture talk right there, man. I'm telling you, he's empty. Justin Bieber is empty, man. He's empty inside, completely empty. Yeah, that came from that guy, the one in Atlanta. That song, I got on, babe. You don't fuck the water. Oh, yeah. You better clock that T. Clock it. Bad bitch on it. Justin in his feelings, eh? Justin's in his narcissistic mind. I'm not giving a crap about anyone or anything, and not respecting people's bloodlines, and not respecting other people's interpretations out of life, because he don't give a shit. Because he's uneducated, that's why. Hey, Justin, all this unrequited bullcrap, I would never touch you with a 10-foot pole. You hear me? I would never. You are some old manipulator that nobody wanted around. You know, if you look at it, Justin would have been that crew. Like, he would have been the crew to be deported out of Canada. That's what Justin. He would have been if you would have. He knew for a fact he couldn't behave like this in Canada because Canada don't play. You hear me? He could never. Canada would have deported them, the Beibers. Yeah, man. My goodness. Just like, do you remember the depiction of the Last Supper? Do you remember? And they had it was a big table with Jesus and all his disciples. Justin's a narcissist. He thought he was all the faces at that table. That's how he thinks. He thinks he's all of Jesus' disciples. Justin, you're not even Joseph. You're not. Your name is Justinian, and you're a Turkic Greek, and you came from the Byzantine Empire. You're a Roman that has been defeated many decades ago. You look at him on social media, but oh, I want to be I'm a sociopath. I want feel sorry for me. I have addictions and I don't care. And anything I talk about, I'll get attention for. Anything that gives him attention, right? You disrespected God on so many levels. You try to use God's people as a pawn sacrifice, Justin. You're always looking for some person to escape through because you refuse to heal your traumas. That's why you brought Benny, right? Always talking about, we want black people to save us and blah, blah, blah. Save what, Justin? You stole money. There ain't no saving with you. You need to pay back your debts to society. How about that? It's just disgusting what he's doing right now in this reality. Like he's totally irrelevant. He makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And like, what it's like, I have my own. Just like, when you marry somebody or in your relationship with someone, you have your journey, you have your experience with that person, that one individual. So knowing that truth, like, what the hell you talking about, Justin? You wanna sacrifice other people's past lovers, and you wanna play that person or that person's journey as an entity, Justin. You want to walk through other people's past life relationships. You're an idiot. It just shows like the amount of black people that you try to sacrifice when it comes to your music career. Like, what does that prove, Justin? It proves that you're cursed, your family is cursed, and your ancestors are cursed people because they refuse to acknowledge that they're Turkish Jews, and Turkish Jews have to do their own work. You're a generational curse coming from a karmic bloodline. It's that simple, Justin. We don't deal with certain people, and he needs to accept that. Hey, Justin, you don't have my footprints, asshole. Oh God, I need a coffee right now. Uh, yeah, we don't deal with certain people, especially people trying to create harm. It doesn't what I've been saying is doesn't what he's doing, it just doesn't make sense. He's just doing it because, like, I feel like, it's probably one of his like cursed ancestors from back in the day, or some demon in his from his bloodline. It's like they want to fulfill that whole thing of trying to bring down a black Jew. You understand me? It doesn't make sense, Justin. You don't make any sense. Your individual actions trying to play around and change up other people's destinies. There's karma for that type of behavior. He's a generational curse. We don't tie with people like that, especially like really old things it came and went. Some things that he talks about is like completely. It's like, okay, you do ritual on somebody, right? And then if you, and then let's say in that relationship, the guy cheated on his spouse, and then because Justin Bieber did ritual, is like he's picking up that narrative, and then he's going online trying to mimic or copy that narrative and try to say, yeah, that was my experience. Yo, God knows these messages that you post online, Justin. It's the Most High. He knows for a fact that's not your experience. And he knows for a fact that's information that you should not be even trying to associate with yourself with. That's not no AI or no type of how do you say it? There's no type of AI or no, it's not no general sociopathic issue. Like, shut up. Justin, you need to move on from other people's past lives. Other people who don't know you, other people that have no recollection. There's no record of us knowing you. You need to move on from you wanting to know us. You're an entity that was not found. You hear me? You represent generational mental illness. That's what you represent. And you're trying to treat your way through other people by spying on us and hacking our phones, right? Trying to swap lives with other people. He's so delusional. He's so delusional he doesn't realize that all of that was fated to end. That's how delusional you are, Justin. hmm This is sickening. I want my peace. That's why I post these messages, because I want my peace. Those are warmongers. People like Justin Bieber, they're warmongers. They don't like peace. They like to walk around trying to start shit with people, pick on people, all because they're just jealous. He's just jealous of our old timeline. He's jealous of our ancestors, jealous that we're born, jealous of, that we actually have a life and we had a past life, and jealous that you just don't have our gifts. You're just jealous of like us as a whole. Well, I want to be everything that they're about. That's so delusional and stupid. Like only a dumbass person like you, Justin, would say something stupid like that to a practitioner. Oh God. Yeah, man. He just constantly trying to look me up and digitally research me, and he wants to know everything about what was going on in the past. What was going on in ancient times? What were they doing? Blah 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 blah. Go read a book. You don't need to stalk anybody. Go read a book. Go to a library. They probably have like a whole they have like whole bookshelves, thousands and thousands of bookshelves about history, Justin. You don't need to be stalking anybody. Oh my goodness, there's so much flies. Hey, Justin, there's so many flies, like Lord of the Flies. Hmm? Yeah, so this is my truth, Justin Bieber, he's jealous of me because I'm prime. You know what I mean? That's what he's jealous of. He doesn't have my gifts. He just doesn't. But he needs to accept that fact that like my role out of Canada is finished. You understand me? So stop stalking me, because like I'm just living my regular average everyday life. You don't need to stalk me because I get up in the morning and I'm eating breakfast and like I'm showering and like doing my laundry and stuff. Like, you don't need to stalk someone living their life. You hear me? You just a retard. This is why people stress, like it's important for kids to finish their high school education and go get a college degree, go learn something. You spending your whole life stalking one person when you should have been in the books. You should have been enrolled in some type of college program. And you think God would ordain voodoo and witchcraft? And then you say that you love God? Knowing for a fact you're paying for spell work. Trying to swap someone else's life. Get out of here, man. No, I have to talk about this, man. It's some old bloodline war. It's just stupid. It's already been said and done. You understand me? The actions coming from him, his behaviors and everything, it's already been said and done. There's nothing else. That's why he's trying to switch it up now. Oh, let me blame Benny for my problems. Oh, let me see if I can tap into what a Benjamite is and see what they were about. That's not what Hollywood was for, Justin. Hollywood is for people who actually acknowledge for a fact that they have gifts, and people who acknowledge their bloodline and actually have proper messages to tell, like their own messages, not trying to mask themselves. That's stupidity. You're trying to mask yourself, trying to tell the whole world that you're a black Jew. That's a lie. And then you're trying to mirror yourself, and now you see everything's ending now, and you're still trying to keep up with this illusion. It's not going to work. You're not us. People need to see the truth about what you are not. You can't even speak properly. You're online talking about, oh, it's not clocking. Shut up, fool. That was discrimination too. That was a form of insanity. Studying black people. Oh, it's not clocking. Shut the hell. You are so weak. At the end of the day, Justin Bieber is a character that is like, he's a musician, he sang, he performed. All of that came and went out of an era. You understand me? But when it comes to Justin Bieber as like a person, I don't want to know you. Do you hear me? Beyond your service in the past of you being a performer, people know you, people acknowledge you. But everything else that you try to claim, I don't want to know you. I don't want that type of attachment, because it's not the truth. You hear me? There ain't no sacrifice for anything else. He's not, no, he's not smart, because when I was watching one of his videos yesterday, and then someone commented, said that, oh, this is the experience when you were left out. I think that was wrong for them to say that, because Justin has been in the music industry for the last, 10 years or more. He's been acknowledged. People recognize who he is. You understand me? But like I said, the problem at this point are the lies that he told. He made these very big claims as if he was, this very special person with magical gifts and blah, 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 blah. And people sitting around waiting to see it come to fruition, and it ain't happening, Justin. And that's why you want people to feel bad for you, because you just don't have certain gifts. Talking about, oh, I was left out. You weren't. Out of an era, out of the early 2000s, you weren't left out. You weren't. God redeemed you at the age of 10, and you came to America, and you had a groups of people helping you. They helped you become a success. Now you had choices. Over the years, he had choices, just like many artists came and went. They proved their point and they left. Your problem is that you want to stay, and you want to stay because you're trying to hold on to something because you lied. You're trying to abuse power because you're a liar. You want to cheat because you lied. You're trying to do anything and anything, trying to keep up with this illusion. All the lies. You can't keep up with it, Justin. And you sitting back and, oh, well, now he feels empty now, right? Stop projecting your wicked ways onto society, especially social media. Do yourself a favor. You understand me? Go off in your corner and don't you ever try and sacrifice me or my children or my life or any of my past relationships in this reality. Do you hear me? You better cut that nonsense out. Those times are up now. Those times are over. Obviously, Justin Bieber is doing this because he just doesn't know any better. But who cares? You've proven about your issue that you were left out. You got your help. Now step aside. The real people need to show their face. It's important for society because there's missing the work. You sitting around in Hollywood wasting people's time when there was actually proper work to do. My point is that Justin, he missed the whole point of this, especially with me posting these messages. The lesson that I'm trying to teach you, Justin, is that it's over. When it comes to your abilities and stuff, you had plenty of money coming through your hand to go and correct yourself, and you refuse to. You refuse to take that money and go educate yourself, right? You are not my reality, and you are not me. You're not. For a couple of hours. Stop obsessing over me. Stop stalking me. Stop harassing me. Stop trying to torment and be wicked and obsess over my body. Now everyone discovered for all the wicked that you do. You're trying to drag it on with spell work. It's over. It's over. Stop trying to be a black woman. Stop trying to be our bodies. God sees how fake you are. We're not the same skin color. Your racism is completely out of line, you know? You're not from my royal lineage. Accept that. The past is over. You being a sociopath, and like these you can tell he was trying to create like some type of like sociopathic stream. It didn't exist. People don't acknowledge it. Yeah, you don't have my roots. Like, I guess you would say these are like antichrist delusions, right? He's just trying to create chaos, and yeah, most of it I would say, like, most of what he's doing is unethical. Most of it, yeah. The point is, my message too is like I have to speak these things because Justin, he wants to be my enemy, and that's the truth about his stance when it comes to black Jews. But him trying to be me, that's not his reality. I'm not a bad person. I represent my lineage, which is good. We represent good. And just because Justin Bieber, he can't handle good people. And that's the reason why I don't want these type of attachments, because he's bad. He's a bad person. And they lie about how they treat other people. He'll always try to cast it off to um to other people. Like, if he's doing something, if he's harming someone, he'll say, "Oh, the other person's doing it," when people can see for a fact that it's you doing it, Justin. No more of this confusion anymore. No more of these mind tricks, all this hate and competition in their heart. You know what I mean? I can't stop my genetics. These are just my genetics. You know what I mean? I'm a black Jew. Whether if this is how Justin wants to treat black Jews, it's an old bloodline war But you trying to assume yourself to be me ain't gonna happen, fool. You want to cheat using my name. It's stupid. It's just pure stupidity. Uh-huh. Misusing systems, using mind tricks, And it makes sense. This is why, like, I understand United States. I've been here for a while now. I understand. It's like you cannot have just anybody getting access to certain information. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Yo, you look tired. Yeah. Like, I understand, like, you can't have certain people getting access to certain things because if respect wasn't there from the beginning, then, it's like generations need to be preserved. You can't have it all. You understand me? It's all these psychological games. There's just a whole bunch of bad people that just want to cause harm to people's lives. But like I said, there's a time when like all that comes to an end. Cycles, old timelines. It all comes to an end. Like, we don't need like people like Justin trying to. Oh yeah. Let's continue hating Black Jews. God acknowledges the fact that you hate. Just because God gave us mercies back in the day, but we use that mercies to produce work. That's what we did. We used it to serve society, but not everything was meant for everybody. You understand me? It was for the bloodlines. Just like yesterday, I was watching online. People, they were traveling to other third world countries, and they were just feeding they're just feeding small groups of children. They couldn't feed the whole world, but people stress the importance of, over time, you know, which children didn't get a chance. You know what I mean? And people acknowledge that now. And they're giving other people a chance. People going out traveling and feeding other kids, to cut that nonsense out now. Anyway, I'm tired. All these sitting there talking about other people's um, records online. God gonna have to correct them, man. God gonna correct them big time. All right, I guess let's clean up. I cleaned up enough. I need to go get another hygiene bag. I love hygiene. I need to go get another hygiene bag. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let me go get my coffee and then and, that's about it. So bye.